Good evening, welcome back, and thanks for watching. I am Simone Black, and this is the Jamaica News. Jamaica sees sharp 45% drop in murders for early 2026. Jamaica has recorded a significant reduction in homicides during the opening weeks of 2026, with official figures showing a 45% decline over a 17-day period compared to the same time frame last year. According to the latest crime statistics published by the Jamaica Constabulary Force on Sunday, the island recorded 22 murders as of January 17. This marks a substantial decrease from the 40 murders reported for the corresponding period in 2025. This positive start reflects continued momentum following 2025's overall decline in violent crime, which saw the country record 673 murders, the lowest annual total in 31 years, averaging 13 per week. However, authorities are sounding a note of caution, highlighting that challenges persist. Despite the overall reduction, last week January 10 to 17 saw an uptick in deadly violence, with 10 people killed. This was the first week in 2026 where murders reached double digits following a week that recorded 8 homicides. The crime trends also reveal geographical disparities. While 9 of the island's 19 police divisions remain murder-free so far this year, others are experiencing concentrated violence. The St. James and St. Elizabeth divisions currently top the list, with 4 homicides each since January 1st. In broader crime news, the data indicates that most major crimes are trending downward. Categories such as shootings, injuries, break-ins, and rape have all seen reductions. Robbery, however, remains an area of concern as the only major crime category not showing a decline. The JCF states that it is continuing targeted operations and community-based interventions. The dual strategy aims to sustain the downward trend in violent crime while aggressively addressing emerging threats and high-risk targets in specific areas. Five in custody after police raid in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. In a targeted operation this Saturday, the St. Elizabeth Police Division struck a significant blow against illicit weapons, seizing a high-powered rifle, a pistol, and a substantial cache of ammunition. 5 individuals are now in custody following the raid. The operation, executed in the Santa Cruz area, led officers to a premises where a thorough search uncovered an arsenal. Recovered were 2 firearms, a Taurus pistol, and an AR-15 rifle. The ammunition haul was equally concerning, consisting of 96 9mm rounds for the pistol and 44 5.56 cartridges, typically used in rifles like the AR-15. The 5 individuals apprehended at the scene are being held in connection with the discovery. Police authorities have stated that their identities will remain confidential, pending further investigation as detectives work to determine the provenance of the weapons and possible wider criminal connections. The AR-15 rifle, in particular, is viewed as a serious security find due to its military-style design and capability. Seizures of this nature are a top priority for the Jamaica Constabulary Force as part of ongoing efforts to curb gang violence and firearm-related crimes across the island. The St. Elizabeth Police are urging anyone with additional information related to this seizure or illegal firearms trafficking to come forward anonymously. The 5 suspects are expected to be questioned extensively as the investigation continues to unfold. Body of missing St. Thomas laborer found in bushes. The decomposing body of a St. Thomas man reported missing last week was discovered in bushes on Sunday morning, confirming the worst fears of his family and community. The deceased has been identified as 53-year-old laborer Donald Minot of Harbour Head Road in Morant Bay. According to police reports, Minot was officially reported missing on January 12th. The grim discovery was made around 6 a.m. on Sunday, when authorities received information that a body was located in thick vegetation along Harbour Head Road. A police team responded to the scene and confirmed the sighting. The body, which was in a state of decomposition, was subsequently removed from the area. A post-mortem examination is expected to be conducted to determine the exact cause of death. The Morant Bay Criminal Investigation Branch has launched a probe into the circumstances surrounding Donald's disappearance and death, while investigations are ongoing into the matter. Stephen Cat Coore, born April 6, 1956, was a virtuoso musician, visionary leader, and the enduring heartbeat of the legendary reggae band Third World. As a cellist and guitarist, he fundamentally reshaped the sonic landscape of Jamaican music, bridging the gap between roots reggae and the global sounds of soul, funk, and classical music. Born in Kingston, Jamaica, Coore was destined for a life in music and public service. He was the son of David Coore, a former Deputy Prime Minister of Jamaica, and Rita Coore, a celebrated music teacher who nurtured his early talent. A prodigy from a young age, Coore was classically trained on the cello, an instrument that would later become his signature within the reggae genre. His musical journey accelerated when he joined the band Inner Circle at just 13 years old, performing alongside future Third World bandmate Michael Ebo Cooper. In 1973, Coore left Inner Circle to co-found Third World with Cooper, sensing a need for a new musical expression. As the group's lead guitarist and cellist, Coore helped craft a sophisticated reggae fusion sound that defied categorization. Under his co-leadership, the band signed with Island Records and toured internationally, becoming the first reggae act to perform in many African nations. For over 5 decades, Coore served as the band's musical director and stabilizing force. His leadership was defined by musical excellence and innovation. He famously introduced the cello to reggae audiences, most notably in live renditions of songs like Redemption Song. He steered the group through the creation of timeless anthems such as 96 Degrees in the Shade and Now That We Found Love, ensuring the band's longevity even as trends shifted. Honored for his contributions to culture, Coore was awarded the Order of Distinction by the Jamaican government. He remained a tireless ambassador for reggae, mentoring younger artists and advocating for the music's power to unite. Stephen Cat Coore died on January 18, 2026. Dancehall entertainer Squash is set to be released from prison in the United States in January 2027. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, the St. James native will be released from their custody on January 25, 2027. The Big Breeze DJ was sentenced to 27 months in prison in November last year. Squash, whose given name is Andre Whitaker, was held during a traffic stop in Miami in February last year. During a search of his vehicle, 2 Glock pistols were discovered. One was modified with an Invisi switch plate. The modification is known in Jamaica as a chip Glock. Federal authorities eventually took over the case and charged Squash for being an alien in possession of firearm and unlawful possession of a machine gun. After initially showing intent to take the matter to trial, Squash eventually cut a plea deal, accepting a guilty charge to being an alien in possession of a firearm. On November 24th, Squash was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months in prison. Squash's January 2027 release date currently represents roughly 80% of his full sentence. It is common for those convicted in federal court to serve 80% of their sentences and be released with good behavior. Meanwhile, Squash's legal troubles are not over. It's likely the Six boss will face removal proceedings once he's released from prison. Despite being married to an American citizen, Squash's plea agreement stressed that admitting to being an alien in possession of a firearm is a deportable offense. Squash's father was also detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement in September last year to face removal proceedings, and six-camp colleague Chronic Law is also in the custody of U.S. immigration authorities.